On November 13th, 2019, the popular YouTuber known as Technoblade uploaded a video that would change someone else's life. The video uploaded was named Skyblock, the Great Potato War. At first glance, you'd have to ask yourself, how would this change someone else's life? The answer is quite straightforward. In this video, Technoblade wanted to reach #1 in the potato collection, yet someone was in the way of him achieving his goals. His competition was known as ImASquidKid. Squid was #1 in potato collection, and Technoblade vowed to dethrone him. Squid was asked why he wanted to be #1 in the potato collection, and he said that there wasn't too much to do in early Skyblock, so he wanted to be #1 in a collection, and he chose potatoes because the Skyblock item called hot potato books would always hold their value. Of course, you can't just sit there and let someone steal something you've worked so hard on, so Squid decided to fight back. He was going to stand his ground as the king of potatoes. Now, Technoblade wasn't just farming potatoes, he was building empires. He went so far as to create potato minion factories, optimizing every single tiny detail. Meanwhile, Squid wasn't slacking either. He strategized, pushed back, and made it clear he wasn't going to let fame override fairness. This wasn't just a war of crops, it became a war of willpower, dedication, and pride. At first glance, the title of this video might make you think it's all about the potato war and how Squid actually won from it. And you would be correct. This is a part of a series where I highlight some of the high-pixel Skyblock YouTubers who've had a positive impact on the community. For this episode, I will discuss one of my favorite creators, ImASquidKid. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos, and I appreciate you guys for watching them. Although we will be looking very deep into the potato war and why Squid was able to find success, we'll also be taking a closer look at Squid as a YouTuber and the impact he's made inside of the Skyblock scene. But of course, to understand his journey, we need to start at the beginning. You may be wondering where he got his name from. He said he got it from spamming in UHC, I'm a squid, I'm a kid. He did this because he saw a Splatoon commercial edited into a loop and thought it was pretty funny. Squid was a college student and didn't really know what he wanted to major in. He was doing general science and was trying to lean more into computer science. Funny enough, Squid was eventually asked about his real-life connection to potatoes. He mentioned that he loves how versatile potatoes can be, and he ate them in 2 meals a day. But that's enough of that backstory. Let's get into more recent events. During his time fighting Technoblade for the spot of #1 in potato collection, he stood his ground. Many people online were mentioning how this rivalry was quite the show. Fans of both creators were invested in who would come out on top. Squid was dedicated to keeping his #1 position, so during this time, he was an apt opponent. Throughout this journey, Squid did not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelty of this world. Squid pushed forward. He released 9 videos during the time of the potato war, and 4 of them were about it. Squid couldn't lose his #1 spot. That would be too big of a blow to his reputation. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, if you're in college and you are going against someone who has nothing better to do with their time, you're gonna lose. Squid did give it his all, but in the end, it wasn't enough. You can look at this and say, oh, he just lost, but really, he won. These videos jump-started his career. One of them nearly reached 3 million views. Just because he lost his #1 spot in potatoes didn't mean he had to lose with this entire situation. He took advantage of the videos that Technoblade made and started a very successful career. When something like this happens, there are 2 different people. The first person who takes advantage of it and starts being themselves and creating unique content, or the second who tries to take advantage of it by riding the wave and posting content only about the thing that made them big. Luckily, Squid chose to be person #1 and shaped the Skyblock scene into something amazing. After the potato war finished, he decided to start going headfirst into Skyblock content. I asked Squid if he had any ambitions of being a YouTuber before he was in the potato war, and he said basically no, I was in college. Pause. Only 1.4% of you are subscribed, and my goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers before August. Your subscription would mean the absolute world to me. Also, please make sure to join the Discord down below. I talk about progress on these videos a lot and who I will be making a video about, and you get to know exactly when I start streaming, so it's a win-win. Try to drop a like down below as well, that helps me out a ton. Thank you. Anyways, I strongly believe that if there were any other person who was faced with this challenge, the potato war would not have been the same in the slightest. The personality and grind that Squid gave to it made Technoblade's whole series that much better. We can't forget the videos he made, including a banger titled The Whitelisted Mystery, which he made about a strange player named Whitelisted, which he later found out was Technoblade sabotaging him. As Sun Tzu said, "The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting," and that is exactly what Technoblade did. It had to have been hard for Squid to even think about winning against him, but he stood his ground and fought to the very end. It made the whole series very entertaining. Because he took full advantage of the situation, we are now left with some of the best Hypixel Skyblock content we have on this app. It is hard to make a video on someone like Squid because he hasn't been doing YouTube for 10 years and he only has 17 videos, so there's not that much history. His entire career has been an open and shut case. You can look at everything he's done on YouTube with a single screenshot of his page. Just because this is the case doesn't mean he hasn't worked hard for what he has now. I think out of a lot of YouTubers, Squid may be one of the hardest working Skyblock content creators out there. Sure, he only has 17 videos, but each is unique and leaves a lasting impact on you. If this video were only about his YouTube videos, this video would be over. Luckily for me, Squid has done more outside of YouTube to help the Skyblock community. Squid made a Twitter community for Skyblock that a lot of people are a part of. This is a place where people can show off their items, their videos, and so much more. This came about to be a very inviting atmosphere, with people helping each other with issues in-game, or even just showing off what they had completed or done. This also allowed Squid to engage more with his fans on a somewhat personal level, taking time to respond to posts casually. This made fans feel even more appreciated. They felt heard. Sprinklers just started going off outside. Okay, whatever. Squid was flourishing, having a strong and welcoming community. I would like to mention that I used Lego Maestro's interview with SquidKid for a lot of the information in this video. Thanks for the callouts, Lego. Even though Squid doesn't have as many videos as others, he still managed to make a big enough impact to really secure his spot in the Skyblock community. Thanks to Squid, we have been blessed with some amazing Skyblock content, especially now. Skyblock content has started to feel stale and dry, with not much effort or thought put behind videos, but Squid flipped that right on his head and decided not to conform and to change the way Skyblock content can be viewed and made for the better. Never in a million years would you think that losing something so integral to the history of Skyblock could be a good thing, but Squid proved that wrong. I mentioned earlier how Squid was a really hard person to make a video on, and it's true. I tried doing as much research as I possibly could about him, and there wasn't that much I could find. He was just in college when he was in the Potato War. Like, that's basically his entire history. He's only made 17 videos, but he does stream on Twitch constantly. So I guess that's important. But other than that, there really isn't too much. So unfortunately, this video is a little bit shorter than my previous ones, but I still appreciate you guys for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Like I said, 1.4% of you guys are subscribed. I want those numbers up. Join the Discord in the description, and this was by Lucid.